I mean, guys, I mean, this chapter could could have automatically just turned around for me. I mean, if we honestly we was expecting this from last week's just fucking mindgasm of a chapter that we had from Fairy Tail. So I was expecting I saw Magnolia. It's okay, this is literally going to be the gang fucking reuniting back at the guild and see how it was. And every part of this chapter was okay, yeah, I can see this from a mile away, which doesn't mean a bad thing. We get to see pretty much not everyone just told it let's just fucking run and just go back. It was they had some other shit to deal with first. It's Urza had to report to Jalal, get some shit done, get a good dicking from him pretty much. We had to have fuck. I just how Levi and Gargiel just automatically just give up the Magic Council. I'm genuinely surprised. It's shouldn't it be better if some of you guys kept in the Magic Council, to get some inside information, because those guys are pricks. But it was it was really nice, because honestly this was all coming from Lucy's perspective in this chapter, seeing and she was getting kind of upset for kind of all the nostalgia of thinking it. I was I'm just looking at the old chapters and stuff, looking at all that stuff that's the old art, all the stuff with her father, Natsu. I'm at first I was oh my god, the fucking art. It's yo, that's some early Raid Master shit, man. How did you turn from fucking Raid Masters epic fucking art at the end of this there, and then it's back to that? Yeesh. Pretty fucking rough, hero, pretty fucking rough. But it's regardless of fucking what, it was yeah, seeing some of those fucking scenes were fucking really fucking emotional and stuff, and we kind of saw what exactly was going on with Makarov. What exactly was it? Because everyone was in fucking it's what the fuck, Fairy Tail's my only choice, Fairy Tail's the only thing I want to be, I won't quit Fairy Tail. And he's it's disbanding this very instant, and I won't hear another word of it. Don't you dare speak that name anymore. And I'm Jesus fucking Christ. Makarov, ever since he used Luma in this story, I think a lot of it had to do with he just honestly, he felt he didn't feel worthy at all to lead these children. It's maybe it was his own sense of saying I honestly I'm the one that needs to control this guild. I'm the one that needs to lead these fucking crazy rapscallion fucking motherfuckers here. It's just yeah, that's honestly how I feel about it. It's maybe that's might be Makarov. Maybe he's trying to atone for his sins that he's done using Lumen Historia, using a bunch of stuff, using because I mean he was ready to use that thing. I think we don't possibly know, but I think maybe that's a lot to do with it. Maybe he got taken somewhere because he was needed somewhere. Maybe we don't know. Maybe he's there with fucking Gildarts training for the fucking final battle or something. Maybe he's getting some ready shit. But I feel that was because he was that close to using Lumen Historia. As soon as we saw using the previous fucking master, and that's something we haven't seen Mavis ever since I believe the Grand Magic Games. I believe it was the whole declaration of pre-Tartarus, I believe pre-Tartarus, even the Sundered arc, we haven't seen her also. Yeah, there's a lot of interest going down there. I mean, we saw our body there, but it's yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And honestly, Lucy was just worried, saying I'm scared, I sent messages, I only got to keep in touch with a few people, but they didn't want to reply and shit like that. And it's they're automatically reuniting with Kana. Kana, she looks, I was surprised, she had a little change of design, not too much. I mean, it's just still the same Kana, and it was hey, here's fucking everybody in the guild just back, including all the fucking irrelevant motherfuckers Jet and Droy and fucking just Maka, all of them motherfuckers. I like B-Skirt, I think they're fucking cool, but it's remember fucking Warren, Nab, Max, that. It's remember when these guys actually used to be something, and it's just yeah, fucking Lucky, Kiana, a fucking filler character that they kind of just put in saying, oh yeah, she's now canon now. And then as well reuniting with Elfman, fucking Lisana, Mira Jane, everyone reuniting, and it was honestly, it was just really nice to have that little emotional bit when she, Mira Jane went in, it was just a nice warms up. She just said welcome home that, and just Lucy just broke down. It's just yeah, fucking Fairy Tail's back, motherfucker. It's honestly, it was what it was predictable in the way that I knew what was going to happen. It was a nice little chapter to say, hey, the gang's all back together. Really not nothing though seriously onto it. I mean, it was kind of cool to see like the fucking tattered fairy tale flag. It's like, yo, this is our fairy tale motherfuckers, and it's like, that was really nice. But the chapter next week is announcing the next guild master. Okay, straight up, don't put fucking Marco back on that fucking shit. We don't want him in the shit guild master. Look what he did after the whole Temurajima time skip. Don't put that cunt back on there. Second of all, as well, like, don't, like, Urza is only pretty much the only like possible like candidate, unless like fucking guild arcs come out. Honestly, I could see like the next arc that we have is like a 7th guild master like fucking tournament. Like everyone fights to like compete to be the next guild master or something, and maybe like there's certain like different parts of the exam, and then fucking guild arts just comes out of nowhere saying, yo, I'm taking over. That would be the sickest if guild arts took over, personally, or fucking Laxus. Like, that would be cool, like, because honestly, that's the perfect time for like Laxus to come back if they're like having like choices about who's going to come back. Because I mean, out of all the people, it's like Laxus kind of wanted to take over that guild all that time ago, and I mean that would be it'd be sick. But honestly, if anything, it would be probably guild arts if he came back at all. Like, that's one thing I can honestly say. But it's like out of the candidates, it would probably be like, out of everyone, it would probably be either Urza, Guild Arts. No way fucking Natsu's taking over. If Natsu took over, things would just be hell. Like, he would just fuck shit up. It's like, out of all of it, yeah, it's like, unless Makarov just comes back, which it isn't, which it was like a whole jokey thing when he came back throughout like the whole little bit of Fairy Tail. It's like, yeah, just don't let it be fucking Marco again. Just like, he fucking sucked. Let's have a good, like, that's the thing, I don't want it to just be a couple of chapters saying, oh, he's a Fairy Tail master. Like, let's have like a fucking little arc. Let's have a little cool setup, and like, let's have people like fight for this shit. Like, show like how passionate they are for Fairy Tail like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty passionate for the series for a while now. Kind of went a little bit overboard buying a lot more volumes again, but it's like, regardless of what, I mean, I own most of the series now, so it's like, I don't even care. I love the series regardless of what. But yes, like I said, this chapter was predictable, not in a bad way, but it was like, you could see it from like the first few pages, and you just know that when you read something. Like, especially with like Fairy Tail, like, it was there, it was nice, it was heartwarming, it gave me all warm feelings inside, and it just like put a smile on my face, and I was like, ah. But it's like, out there, it was just an average chapter. It was just like, honestly, it was a 5. Like, 5 is like honestly, this is the score, because it had some really good moments to it. But regardless of what, there was a lot of like, yeah, we could have had some build up bringing some of these characters back, and like they just threw a bunch of the irrelevant characters back in. It's just like, you were irrelevant, you tried to become like relevant again at like the Grand Magic Games, and then you just became useless again, and then back to square fucking one. Honestly, it's just like, hey, we're still fucking useless. So it's like, honestly, the last time most of those Fairy Tail Guild members had any action at all was during the fucking war against like Gargiel's like group. Like, that was it. So yeah, honestly, it was a 5 out of 10 this week. But let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this chapter. Do you think I was wrong about this one? But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.